Ever ready? I'm a traveler. Boots, binoculars, Pepto-Bismol, flashlight, camera. I had the opportunity to go to a talk film show on the twin waterfalls in Ecuador, in the river basin. When I got there were 5 of us plus the pilot, and we landed on a very soggy, grassy tarmac. We were met by the village people, the Shuar people. It was a tribe that was gathering for Christmas at their mission, and some of them came by foot, and many of them came by dugout canoe. After we got off the plane and we got our little bit of luggage, they took us to the mission itself across a very rickety swinging bridge. Everybody at once. The bridge was swinging this way and that, and it was pretty scary. We were treated as the guests of honor, and we were also designated as the judges at the talent show. That was pretty scary. How do we judge a whole totally different group of people? Well, at first there was some group singing, and that was okay. And then there was a man and woman dancing. And they wore beaded ankle bracelets so that as they danced, they jangled a lot. He danced with his arms tight to his sides. She danced with her arms folded under her breasts. And they did something like the Irish river dance, only this time it was Amazon river dance. But now I understood why the children didn't dance with me earlier when they had rock music playing at the mission. After that, there was a play put on by a group of people. It was totally in Shuar. We didn't have a clue as to what was being done, but the people around us, men, women, and children, were falling off their seats with laughter. So we decided this must be the group that's going to get the winning prize. And indeed they did. In the evening, we turned in every night to our luxurious and simple accommodations. They were wooden huts, had a bed. We had curtains that closed the windows. There was no glass, and I was welcomed every night by a oil lamp. When I came in, I would brush the insects off my bed, and then I would meticulously address my feet because I was worried about coming home with some critters embedded in my body from the Amazon. That never happened. Each day they took us across that swinging bridge for a new adventure, and we were taken by local guides with machetes through the jungle. It was hot, it was humid, it was up and down, and then we came to the twin waterfalls. One was hot, coming from the volcanoes. The other one was cold, coming from the snow melt. And if you were 6 feet tall, you could stand with one hand here and one hand there and feel them both. I had to move. At this location, a tree had fallen across the waterway, and it created a pond, and the pond was tumultuous with the water falling from the hot and cold faucets. We frolicked, and we had a great time, and we laid there, and we relaxed, and it was just a fabulous thing with the birds singing. What an ideal vacation. So getting back to our hotel, which was that room that I told you about, we relaxed with a fire and wine and nuts. It was fabulous. The next day we were taken to Martin's house. He's the chief of the tribe, and he entertains the guests in the longhouse. The longhouse is a big oval with a dirt ground and the chickens walking around. Martin sat at one end. He was wearing something like swim trunks. His wife had one baby tied to her hip, and we sat on the side. On the way to Martin's house, we went through the jungle, and I knew that chicha was going to be served. Chicha is the national drink. The woman of the hearth makes her own. She chews manioc root and then spits it into a container, and there it ferments, and when it's ready, it's strained and served in a single cup. There was no way I could bring this to my mouth. And I told our leader on the way that they couldn't do it. You have to do something about this. And fortunately, as we walked along, from the heavens to her mouth came the words, 2 of our people are on antibiotics, and they cannot have fermented drink. Oh, that was a save. And it was done in Spanish, pidgin Spanish. Martin's first language is Shuar, and he speaks some Spanish, and my friend spoke some Spanish. We had been separated from the guide. His wife placed large banana leaves on the ground in front of our feet, and then came with a cauldron of cooked meat and manioc root. The meat was guanta. Guanta is the largest rodent that walks the earth, and we ate it. Did I tell you about the Pepto-Bismol? This is something I eat before every meal when I'm in countries of this sort. It was wonderful. And then Martine continued to entertain us by taking us out and painting our faces in preparation for learning how to use the blowgun. The blowgun is a rod of wood. It could have been a sapling or a long branch, about 8 feet long, hollowed out, and you had to lift it and aim it towards the target and blow from the bottom of your guts. It was silly, and it was fun, and it was also a time to really respect the level of labor people put into what they do with their culture. And then a runner came through the woods and said the plane was ready to take us back, and that was the end of that. It was a wonderful piece of my vacation.